Hey guys, this is a new video on how to create your own crypto token from scratch, and I'll try to make this simple and hopefully you guys will be able to follow along pretty easily. Alright, so we're going to start out here on OpenZeppelin, openzeppelin.com. Go up to products, contracts, and then just scroll down here, and this is the contract creator. So name your token whatever you want. I'm going to call it my token 23 MT23 for the symbol. And then if you want to pre-mint, if you want to create tokens right now, now keep in mind we're doing this on the test net, so you'll want to go through and do this on the test net, and then after everything's successful and it works, then you're going to want to go do this again, but switch your wallet and remix over to the main net. So for right now, we'll just go ahead with this. So do my token 23 MT23. So I'm going to go ahead and create 1 million right now, and we're going to make it mintable, burnable, and pausable. You can check these, you can leave them alone, you don't have to include them. If you uncheck them, it'll remove it from the contract. So for the time being, I'm just going to do this. You can do whatever you guys want. There's no benefit either way, but if you add the mintable, then you can mint more tokens later, and you can burn them whenever you want, and you can pause the contract in case there's any attack on your token or on the smart contract. So all good there, so we don't do anything here. So we're just going to copy this code from the top up here, the very top line, and then we're going to right click and copy it. Then we're going to go over to remix, and we're going to go over here and create a new file, and I called it my token 23, and then we're going to put whatever you call yours, type it in there, and then put .sol and hit enter. Okay, so it's my token 23.sol. Left click in the top line, right click. I forgot on this, it doesn't work, so just left click in there and then paste it in there with Control V on a PC. If you're on a Mac, it's Control or whatever that funky symbol is, and V. Okay, so you can see we got everything in here. Okay, so this is our contract, so we're going to go over on the left side here to this. That's our Solidity compiler. We're using version 8.9. Check this to make sure it says 8.9. Go ahead and compile. All good. Okay, I want to make sure it says my token 23 or whatever yours is called. Make sure it's on the right contract, which it is. Then we're going to come down here to this bottom one and make sure you're on injected provider MetaMask. Okay, and then we're going to connect our MetaMask. Alright, so our MetaMask is connected. This is on the Avalanche Fuji testnet. You can see I got 4.7 AVAX, on the Fuji testnet. So it's all good there. And injected provider MetaMask, good. And then in here you can see it shows my balance 4.75. And the contract, that's correct contract. My token 23.sol. And we're going to go ahead and deploy this. It's going to pop up MetaMask, ask us to pay the gas and confirm it. And then down here you'll see, there you go, confirmed. And right there's the green check mark, and right here is our contract. So hit the little arrow for the drop down, and you can see this is all of our functions. We can burn, we can mint, we can pause, all this stuff in here. And you can click on name and it'll tell you the name of the token right there, my token 23. Total supply, that's actually 1 million, but there's 18 zeros afterwards. It's just how it has to be in Solidity. And symbol MT23. So that's all correct. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put that back up there, and then on this little plugin manager here icon, if you don't already have flattener in there installed. You want to type in flattener. Okay, so mine's not coming up for whatever reason, but anyway, unless I spelled it wrong. Nope. Okay. Anyway, so just type in flattener in there, and then I don't know why it's not coming up. All right, but anyway, yours should come up, and just go ahead and install that flattener. I already have it installed on mine, so I can actually just go back to this first tab here and click on the contract, and then right click it, and then click flatten. So once you have it installed, you can do the same thing. So you'll come back here to this first icon, left click on your token here, the .sol, right click, flatten. Okay, so now we have two versions, a regular version and a flattened version. So in this version here, we're going to copy this top line. So we're going to copy that, go back over to the flattened version, and in the top line here, you're going to paste it. Okay, and now we're going to come over, let's see, let's go over to Snowtrace real quick. Now this is the testnet Snowtrace. Okay, so just make sure you're not on the actual mainnet, which would be snowtrace.io. Okay, so go to Remix, and you're going to come back down here to this third icon, or the fourth one, I'm sorry, and your deployed contract is right here. So you're going to click this to copy the contract address. Go back to Snowtrace testnet, paste that address in this search bar, and click the search. Okay, so there's our contract, and you can see it was deployed 2 minutes ago. Now we're going to click on this contract tab. Okay, this is just a bunch of bytecode, so we're going to click on verify and publish. Okay, now we're going to do a couple things here. So this is our contract address. You're going to click this drop down and choose your compiler type, Solidity single file. Compiler version, we use version 8.9. And license type, we have MIT license in there. So make sure that's checked. I agree to the terms. Click continue. All right, so now they want the Solidity contract code below. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Remix. Make sure you're on the flattened version like this, not the regular version. So make sure it says whatever your token name is, .sol_flattened.sol. Okay, so then we're going to copy all this code here, and you can either left click and drag down and then right click and copy, or you can just left click in here and then Control A. That'll select everything, and then Control C to copy it. Come back over to Snowtrace testnet in this box here, left click in there, and then Control V to paste it. Okay, so all of our stuff is in here now. Don't need to change anything else. Scroll down to the bottom, click I'm not a robot. Verify and publish. Just give it a second here. All right, there we go. Successfully generated bytecode and ABI for contract address. Okay, so now if we go back to, let's go to the bottom here. Scroll down. Okay, let's click on contract source code. All right, now copy this contract address again. Copy, and back up in the search bar, paste it. Search it again. And now you can see for contract, we have our green check mark. So that shows you contract source code verified. So that's how you verify your contract. So now once you've done this, you're going to repeat the same steps, except in Remix here, you know, you'll have injected provider MetaMask selected, but in your actual MetaMask wallet here, make sure you change it from Fuji Testnet to Avalanche. That's the main net, okay? So once you click on that, it'll switch over to that, and it'll show your Avalanche balance in here, your real Avalanche balance. And then you just complete these same steps again, okay? Now one more thing. Let's copy this contract address again. So now you have to make sure that you send yourself the tokens that are in your contract, because when you create the contract, the tokens are in the contract. They're not in your wallet. So again, I'm on the testnet, of course, but when you can do this on the testnet first too before you do it on the mainnet. But what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and scroll down here, click on import tokens, and then paste in that contract address. And all this stuff will populate here, the token symbol and the decimals unless you changed it. Add custom token. And there you go. MT23, 1 million. So, yep. There you go. 1 million MT23. So, that's how you create the contract. And like I said, the only difference after you go through, always go through it on the testnet first to make sure everything works correctly. And then when you do it on the mainnet, the only thing you're going to do differently is you're going to switch in Remix. It'll still be the same thing, injected provider. Just switch over your MetaMask wallet from the testnet to the Avalanche mainnet, okay? Like that. So now that's the actual Avalanche network. And make sure it says connected here. If it doesn't, make sure you connect it. You know, it'll say not connected. If it says not connected, just click on that and it should ask you to connect. And if not, just click over here and connected sites, you know, so it'll say you can connect to it. But anyway, as long as you're connected and you're on the Avalanche mainnet after you've done it on the testnet, then you're good to go. So you just deploy this this contract here. This is your token contract, the mytoken23.sol. So deploy that on the mainnet, and then after that you will go back to this tab here. You'll right click on this and you'll flatten it again, and then same thing, you'll copy this top line, go over to the flattened contract, paste it in the top, and then go back to the flattened contract, select it all, go back into, then you'll go to snowtrace.io, not testnet.snowtrace.io. You know, so you would go to actual Snowtrace, like that. Then you paste your address in here, search, it would come up. You click on the contract tab, just like we did in the other one. You know, like this, you click on the contract tab, and it would say verify it, click on that, same thing. So you just repeat all the same steps as we did in the testnet token. So that's pretty much it. Just don't forget at the end of that to make sure you send those to your wallet, you know, by doing the importing a token. Down here at the bottom, import tokens, paste in your contract address after it's been verified. It'll pop in the symbol and the decimals, and then add it, and then click whatever the next button is. It says again, the blue button, and then you'll have those tokens in your wallet. So that's pretty much it, guys. All right, good luck.